Alright, welcome to episode number 11 of the GTA 3 Definitive Edition playthrough on the PS4, and this time we are going to be doing a mission known as Last Request. I've mentioned it probably a few times already in this playthrough, but now it's finally time to get that done. In the last episode we did Bomb the Base Act 2 to finish off with, but we also did missions like Big and Veiny. I believe we did Blowfish as well at the start of the episode. So Portland is almost over and done with. It's just this last mission, Last Request. I'm just going to let the cutscene play out and then I'll explain what this is all about. But we are going to be heading towards Staunton in this first part of the episode. Take it away, Salvatore.
It's my favorite cleaner. I'm proud of you, my boy. You kicked the shit out of those grease balls. I just got one little job for you before we can all celebrate. There's a car around the block from Luigi's club. The inside is covered in brains. We had to help some guy make up his mind, and it proved a little messy. Take it to the crusher before the cops find it.
Alright, an easy mission, except this mission is not what it seems. This in fact is the Mafia's betrayal, because Salvatore is going to sell us out to the Colombian cartel to save face, because the Colombians would most likely wipe the floor with the Mafia. Although that's a little bit of a weird statement to make, because the Mafia eventually have shotguns and the Colombian cartel only do in certain missions, so I mean, who's more powerful, the Mafia or the Colombian cartel? Would they actually shoot each other if they were next to each other on the street? I don't know. That's not really supposed to happen. And Maria is warning us that the car is a trap. I'm not going to show you what happens when you get in the car, but essentially you blow up instantly. It's on an ignition bomb. So don't go to the car, go towards Maria, who is located down here near the slip near Callahan Point, with a boat and a new face, a new friend that we're going to be relying on for the rest of this game. So take it away, Maria, and the new character.
Listen, Salvatore thinks that we're going behind his back, so he was offering you to the cartel in order to make a deal. I couldn't let him do that. I mean, the worst thing is, it's all my fault because I told him we were an item. Don't ask me why, I don't know. Look, you're a marked man on the Mafia turf, and I've got to get out of here, too. I've seen too much killing, too much blood. This is a friend of mine, okay? She's an old friend. It's so good. She's someone we could trust.
Come on, enough of the speeches. We better get out of here before we get more hysterical Italians wanting less friendly reunions.
Alright, this is Asuka, known in the game as Asuka, however, I've heard it pronounced Asuka, Asuka, like that. So, I'm just going to use Asuka because the game uses Asuka, and I think everyone will understand what I mean when I say her name. Callahan Bridge is still destroyed, but it will be repaired right after we land in Staunton Island. And if you haven't noticed already, we don't get a little card saying welcome to Staunton Island in this game. It's all kind of seamless-ish. You can still kind of tell where the boundary is though. And also this boat doesn't reverse very fast, so yeah, that was annoying. Anyway, here we are in Staunton Island.
Asuka and I are gonna have to talk. Why don't you go cruise around?
You'll need a place to lie low. There's a warehouse at the edge of Belleville that should suit your needs. Come back here to my condo when you're ready, and you and me can have a little chat.
Alright, welcome to our new home for the remainder of, well, the next chapter in the story. So Portland is kind of like a no-go area for us now. The only gang that doesn't hate us yet is the Diablos. The Mafia don't hate you until you complete the next mission.
News just in from the traffic desk. Repairs to the Callahan Bridge have been completed. Since the explosion, engineers have been working around the clock to get traffic flowing between Portland and Staunton Island once again.
Right, I hope you heard that, because that was the news flash that we're allowed to go back to Portland. The Callahan Bridge has been repaired, and also the Porter Tunnel is open between Staunton and Portland. However, I'm just going to take you on a tiny little bit of a tour, a little bit of a drive round, before we go and get the hidden packages from Portland. The two that I missed in the subway station, and using a boat to get to it on the island, a little rock outcrop thing. So yeah, Staunton Island is going to be where the vast majority of missions take place in this game, or at least start. There are some missions involving the third island, you know, Shoreside Vale. Our hideout is now down here. We can still go to Portland to save, however, it's not really recommended. It's not a dangerous place to be if you avoid Mafia territory, and kind of, I don't think you've really got a choice but to go through Chinatown in this game, because eventually you will have to go near it to get onto the bridge. Yeah, let's just save the game. We've saved the game. Here's a Yakuza stinger, spawns outside of Asuka's apartment, condo thing. So you always know where to find one if you need one. They are pretty decent cars, pretty fast things, and yeah, it's conveniently placed outside Asuka's. However, you will notice that there are different vehicles spawning that we haven't seen before in Portland. Things like the Landstalker, this car obviously, the Blister minivan thing, although I do believe it did spawn in the Capital Autos place for some reason whilst we were still on Portland. That didn't used to happen. So yeah, there's some new vehicles that we can look and drive here. Cars in Portland are mostly the same sort of run-of-the-mill stuff, but over here you get access to things like sports cars, so that's nice. The Yardi Lobo we just passed, not just now but a bit ago. There's a Cheetah sports car, an Infernus I think behind us. And we're going back to Portland very quickly to get those hidden packages. There's no real reason why I'm doing this so early, it's just to sort of finish off the hidden packages in Portland. We will obviously be collecting them in Staunton Island fairly soon. In fact, the very next episode we will be doing that. So yeah, just rest assured that I'm on top of things. I have had a little bit of a thought about what I'm going to be doing in Staunton Island and the pace that I'm going to set myself at. Things like rampages, because rampages in Staunton Island really aren't too urgent of a thing to do. I would kind of recommend that you do the rampages before the mission Kingdom Come, which is a phone mission from, well, a new character that we're going to be hearing from. There's 32 or number 16 on the list in the Chinatown subway. I could have used the subway to get here, by the way, it is open. I think, should be, but I decided let's use the bridge so I can show you the bridge. The other way to get to Staunton Island from here is by using the Porter Tunnel. You could use the subway, however the subway is a bit dangerous because it's in Triad Turf and it's right next to Mafia territory as well. So, you know, be on your guard if you're going to use that. Otherwise, just get a car and drive. Yeah, it is a shame that Chinatown is pretty hostile now. I was going to get a boat from down here by the dock that we just visited in Last Request. However, the thing is that a boat didn't spawn there, and I don't get why, because in the original game it did spawn there. Maybe it's just not active yet, I don't know, but there is no boat there, definitely no boat. So I'm going to have to go back to Staunton and get one from there to go and get to that little island. Yeah, whatever. So, one thing I will say, is that I am starting to get a little bit annoyed with the musical selection in this game. It is exactly the same, according to articles online. There's no removed songs in this game. However, I have noticed one oddity, right? I've noticed that on Double Clef FM, when the host Morgan Merriweather was going to announce the next song, the next classical piece, they cut out the part when he says a very emotional piece, this next one. They cut out the words this next one because they wanted to put another ad on the radio station. Now, I do not remember, throughout this entire playthrough, we have listened to Double Clef FM quite a bit. I don't remember hearing "Oh mio bambino caro." I do apologise to anyone who speaks Italian, but I've never, not in this version, I don't remember hearing it. So I'm starting to wonder, is it actually in the game still, or do I just magically never hear it? Because it is obviously a good piece. Obviously, me personally, I think so. It's just I've not heard it yet. And I believe it was used in the trailer for the original GTA 3 and the PS4 re-release, I think. And they did a remix of it for the Definitive Edition. So, I don't know what's up with that. I haven't heard it yet. But apparently, according to the article that I read literally 10 minutes ago, there are no songs removed from this game. Everything is here in its original form, except I kind of feel like they've still messed around with the radio stations because I keep hearing the same songs over and over again, and I don't remember GTA 3's radio being so repetitive. Sorry. So for some of the episodes, for a decent amount of time, I might turn the radio off because I'm fed up of hearing "I'm Hot Tonight" or "Shake It Up" on flashback. I'm fed up of hearing "Striped Summer" on head radio. I'm sick of hearing the same KJR songs. I'm sick of hearing... I'm not really sick of hearing the songs on Rise FM. I think it's just the ones that have lyrics that kind of annoy me. Yeah. Normally I think I like all the songs in this soundtrack near enough, except the ones on the MSX FM. I don't like drum and bass, although there is a game from the PS2 library, which is probably quite rare, that does feature drum and bass music, except in that game it's fine to my ears, but in this it's just really, really annoying. I don't like drum and bass. I'm sorry. Sorry if you like it, but I don't. There's a hidden package there. I'm not going to pick it up yet. Also, the sound on the boat seems to be a bit buggered. Every time it goes over a wave it just restarts, and that gets kind of irritating because it didn't used to do that. It should be just one constant droning sound, but it's not. Police boats also have that little cage on the back with the lights now. So I'm guessing it's because in San Andreas they added that, maybe. So they decided to reuse the same model because it pretty much is the same model of police boat. I haven't listened to game radio too much, although I am starting to get sick of the songs in this game. And that's probably because there's not a lot of songs in this soundtrack. I'm going to be perfectly honest. But there are some songs that have been removed from the other GTA games. So whilst this game has its soundtrack intact, according to that article, the other two, Vice City and San Andreas, do not have their soundtrack intact because some songs have been removed from there as well. Now, that doesn't mean to say that they are new removals. You may remember, if you played the Vice City, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but, oh, by the way, we are going to be doing the mission Sayonara Salvatore right now, royally fucking ourselves over by killing the Mafia Don, but yeah, I'll just I'll stop talking about the songs. I'm even sick of hearing Push It to the Limit. How sad is that? It's an amazing song and I'm just sick of hearing it. Stop playing it. My god, you could have added some more songs to this game, but you bloody well didn't, did you? You were lazy about that. Anyway, Sayonara Salvatore. Come on, Asuka, let's go.
We have certain issues to clear up before we continue any form of relationship, business or otherwise. Let's lay our cards on the table. I am Yakuza, and I know you worked for Salvatore Leone's family. I can give you work with our organization, but first you must prove to me that your ties with the Mafia are truly broken. Salvatore Leone will be leaving Luigi's in about 3 hours' time. Make sure he doesn't reach his club alive. Meanwhile, Maria and I will catch up on old times.
Oh, Asuka, you've got a massager.
That's not a massager.
Right, let's go kill Salvatore Leone, because I'm sure that won't backfire in any way, shape or form. This mission is not so much... I got a little bit annoyed when I played this. This first attempt annoyed me. Because whenever I play Salvatore, Sayonara Salvatore, I do the same method, in that I park a little bit away from Luigi's club with a clear sight line to the door, and I can stay there and the Mafia don't mind, right? But it seems that in this version, the definitive edition, they've made it so that you can't do that anymore. And so, you get spotted, and then Salvatore runs into his car, and then you... Well, I didn't manage to catch him in time. I could have maybe killed him had I had a faster car, but, you know, a disaster struck, so I had to restart. Also, the game crashed after offering me to restart from the last checkpoint, so I left it there, and then came back the next day and did it, for real. By using the method that everyone else seems to use in videos, at least most people, which is go up on the roof across from Luigi's club. Now, when I used to play the original version of GTA 3, I tried that method, going across the roof, right? However, it seems that whenever I tried to do that, they would always spot me. So I just stuck to what I know, my old tactic, except my old tactic doesn't work anymore. So now I'm using the other thing, going on the roof, and for some reason they don't see you. I don't get why. I mean, I think I'm more suspicious on top of the roof holding a sniper rifle than I am just parked down here. But you'll see in a moment that the Mafia cars will drive up. I've also been messing around with the hydraulics. It's interesting how they did that. It's not really convenient to mess around with them now, but anyway. Can I not get out of this thing with the hydraulics raised? I don't think I can, without it resetting. Right. I've never been on fire, she's gonna say, because I've heard it that many bloody times. Here comes the Mafia. I think the Mafia are coming, yeah. But they will spot me. Yep, they do. Either those guys spotted me or the ones behind me did. I don't know. But either way, when it says you'll be spotted around Luigi's club, it means it. However, you can just use the rooftop across, like they do in GTA series videos and most other playthroughs of this mission. You go up on the roof. I'm just a little bit taken aback by the fact that they changed that. It took me off guard, because I wondered, how the hell did you see me? You weren't oh, maybe they changed it. And I'm not going to catch Salvatore with this car. I'm not. Also, I crashed quite a few times, so that didn't bode well. I was going to take him out with the Uzi. However, for some reason, yeah, this guy attacked me, so I'm stuck. He's pushing me into the wall, I can't get away. I also almost killed myself, so that's good. Now I have to go find the car, but it's all already over. I knew at this point I couldn't catch him, especially not in this bloody manana. And then the game crashed afterwards, so you'll see a very awkward cut. Any second now, when the mission ends and it offers me to start from the checkpoint. Salvatore's home safe and sipping a cocktail, and then the game crashed, and then this is the footage from the next day. So, Sayonara Salvatore is an annoying mission, not because of the way that you do it. In fact, if you're pretty skilled at the game, decently enough, this mission isn't really a problem. What's the problem is what happens afterwards when the Mafia absolutely despise you. And later on in the playthrough, I do check to see whether the Mafia have shotguns in this version, and yes they do, because I've been there. I do get blown to smithereens, I think even faster than I used to do in the original, which is insane. So, yeah. Indeed, Mafia members now have shotguns, so I'm glad I did the rampages for Portland early, otherwise it would have been very difficult. And that means that going to St. Mark's is officially dangerous now, after killing Salvatore. Yeah, for some reason, even though the Mafia betray you, or the Don does, they don't mind you being around until you complete this mission. But when you do complete this mission, oh my goodness. You think you murdered their mother in cold blood or something. It's that kind of hatred. You did kill the Don, but then again, he betrayed us, so it's kind of his own fault, isn't it? I guess he thought we were dead, but we're not dead. So going up here is the only way that I can see. I'm kind of wondering to myself if there's any other way of killing Salvatore other than this one. I'm starting to think of sneaky ways in my head, but then I remember that I believe that the other methods might be sheer dumb luck, like throwing a grenade when he's passing underneath the train tracks. Or obviously using a rocket launcher would just blow everything sky high. But we don't have one yet. So, yeah. I'm wondering what other ways you can use to kill Salvatore. What other interesting little exploits have people found over the years? I'm not sure. I'm not going to bother looking it up though. There's 3 Mafia cars coming. And I'm speeding this up, by the way, because it took a while for him to come outside of Luigi's club, but I think he's coming out right now. When the guards are in position, yeah. Made kind of easier by the fact that 2 guards aren't even there. They used to be kind of opposite those 2 guys on the other side, but no, here we go. Time to kill off Salvatore. Where are you? Where are you? There he is. Dead. And now they all know where I am. Nice. Let's just go. Let's just go back to Staunton and play a mission from... it has to be Asuka, under surveillance. And then we will unlock some missions from Asuka's brother, Kenji. Whose missions are indeed optional. You don't have to do them, however, to get 100% and make sure that you do get 100%, you do have to. So I'm just letting you know. You could miss out Kenji's missions and just do everybody else's, and it wouldn't matter towards the story. Because, spoiler alert, Kenji dies anyway. Mr. Whoopi back there. I'm just saying, right, I reiterate, I am kind of sick and tired of hearing some of the songs in this game. And I really, really wish, this was one of the things that I was hoping for personally, that I thought would be fairly easy for them to do, is to add more songs to the soundtrack. I don't care if you have to pay for new licenses. I paid $54.99 for this game, Vice City and San Andreas. All you've really done is you've given me the same game with what looks like a mod over the graphics mod, and that's it. and a bloody checkpoint system. That's it. I'm serious, that's just all that seems to be here. Under surveillance, by the way.
Salvatore's death comes as pleasurable news. You're an efficient killer. I like that in a man. Ah, this is my brother, Kenji.
Asuka has a little job for you, but when you're done, drop by my casino and we can talk.
Just like Kenji, always trying to play with my toys. My police source indicates that the FBI has mounted a surveillance operation at key locations around the city. It is too late to contact anyone and avoid incrimination. Take out these spying cops, but be careful. They're bound to have backup.
And originally, I remember, this isn't a crazy Mandela effect or anything. This was legitimately the case years ago. The mission dialogue was different. The mission dialogue for this Under Surveillance was originally about mafia members spying on you. But now it's the police. Even though I don't think they changed the models. So it's a bit more confusing, isn't it? But yeah, pretty easy mission. Not really much of a challenge. You've just got a time limit, but you can do this easily. Just get a sniper rifle and take out these two guys. Really easy to do. Boom, headshot. And you're gone as well. There we are. So, I was quite disappointed. I was hoping to find some new songs have been added to the radio stations, because what sounds easier? Adding new missions or adding new music? Which one of those sounds like the easiest thing to do from a developer point of view? It's not as if they don't have the space, right? They could make a soundtrack that's as long as they want. This is on the PlayStation 4. If you can fit about 40 or 50 songs on Los Santos Rock Radio and GTA 5, bearing in mind that game has a file size of about 150,000 megabyte, gigabyte, bloody terabytes, because of all the updates that they've done to it, right? Even though the story mode hasn't changed, they added some new songs on the radio stations that would be in story mode, and some new cars, but overall, it's the same damn game. This is the same damn game. The only thing is that I wish that they could have added more music. I can think of many songs from the 2000s or the 1990s that would have fit on this game's soundtrack. But no, they decided, you know what, let's keep it intact and let's not bother adding any more so it sounds repetitive. Yeah. And meanwhile in Vice City and San Andreas, let's remove some more, because we can't be asked either renewing the licenses or we feel we have to remove it because reasons. And yeah, I am a little bit pissed off, because it sounds like the simplest thing they could have done. I know music licenses are not cheap, but surely Rockstar and its partners have the money to add like 3 or 4 songs to this game's soundtrack. But no, can't even be asked doing that. I was looking forward to maybe a new mission, but so far it's been the same damn game over again. I was looking forward to maybe new weapons. Nope. New cars. Nope. Nothing here is really new. You've just got the same game again, and I imagine that might be why people are pissed off. There are other reasons, of course, like removing mods from the mod sites. By the way, let's do Kambu bust out for Kenji. Let's make a start, because we want to get Kenji's done as soon as possible.
My sister speaks highly of you, though I'm yet to be convinced that a Gaijin can offer anything but disappointment. Perhaps you could help deal with a situation that has me at a disadvantage. Of course, failure has its own disgrace. A Yakuza Kanbu is in custody awaiting transfer for trial. He is a valued member of the family. Break him out of custody and get him to the dojo at Bedford Point.
Alright, Kambu bust out. I'm pretty sure everyone who's played this game remembers this mission and knows what it's about, so I won't bother. I do like Rise FM, it's just that to me it feels like there's one missing, you know, there's one song on here that I'm not hearing. And it's not Oh Mio Bambino Caro, that's on Double Clef FM. I'm on about one of the rave tracks in this game, in Rise FM. For some reason I just feel like it seems like there's stuff missing, because they keep repeating themselves. Do you know how many times I've heard the song I'm Hot Tonight in this playthrough? Do you know how many times I've heard the song Dildo by, Strike Summer by Dildo? Haha, dildo. But still, do you know how many times I've heard the songs on Lips 106? Too many times. But then there's other songs that I hardly ever seem to hear, like Lucy's Forever on, I think that's on Lips 106. Connor and Jay's Change on Head Radio. And by the way, all these songs that I'm naming, for Head Radio and Lips 106, they are not real songs, right? They are on the iTunes thingy and also on Spotify, but they're not real songs. They were artists that were basically either made up by Rockstar or people from the Rockstar team playing instruments and singing, or something like that, or people they hired to do those songs. And they sound alright, it's just that I was looking forward to having some more. Just saying, guys. And by the way, for the record, I know that this is from an article from a while ago, this was before the game was even released, but some guy, I saw a Rockstar employee on Twitter say, "We've been looking forward to doing this for a long time." Piss off. Piss off. You could have done this in 2010, I bet. No, sorry. When did the PS4 come out? You could have done this then. But no, you took your sweet ass time with it. You waited until 2021, right? Because everyone's sick of GTA 5. That's probably why. And no, I've got an angry tone in my voice. You thought, right? This whole time you probably thought that I didn't care about the fact that this was the same game over, right? I do care about that. That's one of the main reasons why I'm not really enjoying myself as much as I should be, because I've already played this game just on the PlayStation 2 and on the PS4, because I got the digital version of GTA 3 for the PS4. There's only so many times I can play GTA 3, guys, and there's only so much that the fan base can take. This is just barely enough, right? Just barely enough. I don't feel like I've got $54.99's money's worth. Even though I haven't played the other two games, I know that they're just going to be the same games over again as well, right? And some have even said that they're worse, right? Some have even pointed out some things that just aren't right, like the character models, right? What happened with these character models? You've had... Let's just assume that they've been thinking about doing this since the PS4 came out. Why have you not done this before? What is it about these games that's so difficult? And don't try and tell me that they've built these games from the ground up, because I swear to you they have not. Right? They have reused about 99.9% of these games, because everything is almost exactly the same as it was. And I promise you, they were only saying that because they wanted to make it seem like it's a bigger job than it actually is. There are people who have modded GTA 3 who have created entirely new missions, entirely new storylines, entirely new mechanics, who have created you know, really fun things like the Rainbow Miser, or challenging things like 6-star and 7-star mods. There are people who've managed to mod in vehicles that you know, were just created from scratch in I don't know, 3D program, There are people who have added new songs to the game, who made mods and who did the graphics. And you're telling me you as a professional company, and I know Grove Street Games mostly did this, and another company which I can't remember the name of, but they are also the company responsible for messing up the GTA San Andreas remaster. Oh yeah, that was the thing, and if you played that you'll know that it's a crock of shite. I didn't play it, thank God, but it was a crock of shite. It was buggy, it was glitchy, it looked terrible. I'm just saying. Also, let's do another mission from Suka.
A reporter has been nosing around. Marie and I have taken a little holiday together until you can get rid of this perverted voyeur. He's probably out in the bay as you read this. Steal a police boat and sink his career.
Alright, this is the last mission in today's episode, and thank goodness. Thank goodness indeed. This one took a lot longer. Also, by the way, why is the rain... Why can I not see the rain on the water, but I can see it against everything else? You know what I mean? You can see it, right? You can see that as well. Was this game finished? Is it finished? I mean, alright. I bought it on day one. I should probably expect some things to be not quite right, but will they patch this? I don't know. I mean, I can see the rain against the boat, but I can't see it against the water. It's like it just doesn't exist. It's raining everywhere else except on the waves. And for some reason he seems a bit faster in this mission. Either that or this boat is slower, because maybe its engine noise cutting out has something to do with that. I don't know. I'm just saying, this is the same damn game. No, I'm not 100% satisfied with it. No, I do not think that this is the best thing ever. And I imagine a lot of other people are kind of pissed off as well, because why didn't you just give us GTA 3 again? In fact, why don't you just leave it? Why did you even bother? I don't know. That's not to say I'm ungrateful. I mean, for the most part this game looks decent. I'm just saying that there's not really been how many years worth of effort put into this now? Over 6. I can't even remember when the PS4 came out, but I'm pretty sure it was a decent while ago, right? I'm pretty sure they could have done this a long while ago, but they can now only suddenly be asked. Why? Why now? What is it about 2021 that is the year for remastering old GTA games? Oh, I know what it is. It's because you want to reconnect with the fan base, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. You know, Rockstar really should have looked at this and thought this isn't good enough, because it kind of isn't. It's fine, it's playable. It's the same game, obviously, it's GTA 3. GTA 3 was very much playable. There were some glitches here and there, but they were pretty hard to activate. You had to be purposely messing with the game. The game worked fine. Yeah. Basically, I don't think this is many years worth of effort. I don't think you've been waiting to do this for a long time. I think you're making that up. I've seen better work from people. I mean, are mods free? I imagine that most mods are free and are done, you know, by people who just teach themselves how to do it, or take lessons maybe from other people. I'm just saying, more has been done with this game before they decided to remaster it. And the good news is that I don't play Vice City as much as 3, and I don't play the story of San Andreas as much, even though I have played it recently. So maybe my experiences will be a bit more positive with those. I'm just saying, this is the same game. If you expect anything else, don't buy it, right? Because you won't get anything else. I'm just wondering, I swear to God, if they put DLC, right? If they make DLC for this game, if I had the disc, I'd throw it out the window, but I don't. I got the digital version, so that's how mad I'd be. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, even though it has been a bit negative towards the end, and I'll see you in the very next one where we'll be collecting the Staten Island hidden packages. I'll try not to be in such a mood next time, but until then, do please check out the next video if you enjoy it, and stay safe.